Understanding receptacle placement in hotels according to the National Electrical Code, specifically Section 210.60b, is crucial for electrical contractors. The core issue revolves around whether the code mandates specific spacing intervals for receptacles, such as every 6 feet and 12 feet, or simply requires a minimum number of receptacles as determined by other sections within Article 210. The correct interpretation, as supported by the NEC, is the 210.60b focuses on ensuring an equivalent number of receptacles are provided compared to the requirements outlined elsewhere in Article 210, without dictating their precise locations. This distinction is important because it grants flexibility in designing the electrical layout to best suit the specific needs and configurations of the hotel rooms, while still adhering to the overall safety and functionality standards set by the NEC. When an electrical inspector interprets the code to demand specific spacing intervals, it's essential to engage in a constructive dialogue to clarify the code's intent. The NEC is a complex document, and interpretations can sometimes vary. In this instance, the contractor's understanding aligns with the literal wording and commonly accepted interpretation of 210.60b. To effectively communicate this understanding to the inspector, it's helpful to present the relevant section of the NEC codebook and explain the rationale behind the interpretation. Emphasize that the goal is to meet the required number of receptacles while optimizing their placement for usability and accessibility within the hotel room. Furthermore, consider providing examples of how the proposed receptacle layout meets the overall intent of Article 210, ensuring adequate access to electrical power for guests and hotel staff. If, after explaining the code and its intended application, the inspector remains insistent on adding more receptacles than deemed necessary to meet the code requirements, it is possible to appeal the decision to the local authority having jurisdiction, OJ. The AHA is the governing body responsible for enforcing electrical codes and regulations within a specific geographic area. The appeal process typically involves submitting a written request outlining the disagreement with the inspector's interpretation and providing supporting documentation, such as the relevant NEC code sections and any applicable diagrams or plans. The AHA will then review the appeal and make a determination based on their understanding of the code and the specific circumstances of the project. It is important to remember that the AHA decision is final and binding, and it is essential to comply with their ruling to avoid any legal or regulatory repercussions. To ensure a smooth and successful appeal process, it is advisable to consult with a qualified electrical engineer or code expert who can provide guidance and support. These professionals can help prepare the necessary documentation, present a compelling case to the AHA, and navigate the complexities of the appeals process. In addition to understanding receptacle placement requirements, it's also essential to be familiar with other relevant NEC codes related to hotel electrical systems. For example, NEC Section 404.2 C3 addresses the use of busways as branch circuit conductors. This section specifies that busways can only be used for branch circuits if they have a continuous copper current carrying capacity of at least 200% of the ampere rating of the overcurrent device protecting the branch circuit. This requirement is intended to ensure that the busway can safely handle the electrical load of the branch circuit without overheating or posing a fire hazard. When working with busways in hotel electrical systems, it's crucial to carefully review NEC Section 404.2 C3 and ensure that the busway meets the specified current carrying capacity requirements. It's also important to follow all other applicable NEC codes and regulations related to busway installations, such as those pertaining to grounding, support, and protection from physical damage. In summary, correctly interpreting and applying the NEC code is paramount for ensuring safe and compliant electrical installations in hotels. When disagreements arise with electrical inspectors, it's important to engage in constructive dialogue, present supporting documentation, and, if necessary, appeal to the AHA for a final determination. Furthermore, staying up to date with the latest NEC codes and regulations is essential for all electrical contractors working in the hotel industry. The NEC is updated every 3 years, and it's crucial to be aware of any changes or revisions that may affect electrical installations. One common area of confusion relates to the difference between the terms receptacle and outlet as defined by the NEC. An outlet is simply any point in the wiring system where current is taken to supply equipment. A receptacle, on the other hand, is a specific type of outlet that provides a point of connection for plug-in equipment. While all receptacles are outlets, not all outlets are receptacles. This distinction is important because the NEC often uses these terms interchangeably, and it's essential to understand their specific meanings to correctly interpret the code. For example, when the NEC requires a certain number of outlets in a given area, it may be referring to receptacles, lighting outlets, or other types of electrical connection points. It's important to carefully review the context of the code section to determine the specific type of outlet being referenced. Another important aspect of hotel electrical systems is the selection of appropriate wiring methods. The NEC provides a variety of approved wiring methods for different applications, and it's essential to choose the method that is best suited for the specific environment and electrical load. Common wiring methods used in hotels include rigid metal conduit, intermediate metal conduit, electrical metallic tubing, flexible metal conduit, and non-metallic sheath cable. Each of these wiring methods has its own advantages and disadvantages in terms of cost, ease of installation, durability, and resistance to environmental factors. When selecting a wiring method, it's important to consider factors such as the type of construction, the presence of moisture or corrosive substances, the potential for physical damage, and the required ampacity of the conductors. It's also essential to comply with all applicable NEC codes and regulations related to the installation and support to the chosen wiring method. Grounding is another critical aspect of hotel electrical systems. Proper grounding helps to prevent electrical shock hazards and ensures the safe operation of electrical equipment. The NEC requires that all metal enclosures and equipment be properly grounded to provide a low impedance path for fault currents to return to the source. This grounding path helps to trip over current devices, such as circuit breakers and fuses, in the event of a ground fault, thereby preventing electrical shock and minimizing the risk of fire. Common grounding methods used in hotels include the use of grounding electrodes, such as ground rods and metal water pipes, and the installation of equipment grounding conductors within wiring systems. It's important to carefully follow all applicable NEC codes and regulations related to grounding to ensure a safe and effective grounding system. Overcurrent protection is another essential component of hotel electrical systems. Overcurrent devices, such as circuit breakers and fuses, are designed to protect electrical circuits from excessive current flow, which can cause overheating, damage to equipment, and even fire. The NEC requires that all electrical circuits be protected by overcurrent devices that are properly sized to the ampacity of the conductors they protect. When selecting overcurrent devices, it's important to consider factors such as the type of load being served, the ambient temperature, and the interrupting rating of the device. It's also essential to comply with all applicable NEC codes and regulations related to overcurrent protection, such as those pertaining to the location, accessibility, and labeling of overcurrent devices. In addition to these technical aspects, it's also important to consider the aesthetic and functional requirements of hotel electrical systems. For example, the placement of receptacles and switches should be carefully considered to ensure that they are easily accessible and convenient for guests and hotel staff. The lighting design should also be carefully planned to provide adequate illumination while creating a comfortable and inviting atmosphere. The NEC also addresses specific requirements for guest rooms. For example, it mandates the placement of ground fault circuit interrupter, or GFCI, protection for receptacles in bathrooms and near wet locations to minimize the risk of electrical shock. Similarly, it specifies requirements for the installation of smoke detectors and other life safety systems. By carefully considering these aesthetic and functional requirements, electrical contractors can create hotel electrical systems that are both safe and user-friendly. Remember, the information provided serves as a general overview and should not be considered a substitute for consulting the actual NEC document or seeking guidance from a qualified electrical professional. Electrical codes and regulations can be complex and may vary depending on local jurisdictions. Always consult with local authorities and qualified professionals to ensure compliance with all applicable requirements. Additionally, ongoing education and training are essential for electrical contractors to stay up to date with the latest changes and advancements in the electrical industry. By continuously expanding their knowledge and skills, electrical contractors can ensure that they are providing the highest quality of service and protecting the safety of their clients. The NEC is not a static document, so keeping current with its revisions is important. Furthermore, understanding how local amendments to the NEC might affect electrical installations in hotels is key. These amendments can vary significantly from one jurisdiction to another, reflecting local conditions and priorities. To stay informed about local amendments, electrical contractors should regularly attend industry seminars, subscribe to relevant publications, and maintain close communication with local electrical inspectors and authorities. By actively engaging with the local electrical community, contractors can ensure that they are always aware of the latest changes and requirements. In conclusion, wiring a hotel requires a thorough understanding of the NEC, careful planning, and attention to detail. By staying informed about the latest codes and regulations, consulting with qualified professionals, and prioritizing safety and functionality, electrical contractors can create hotel electrical systems that meet the needs of guests and staff while minimizing the risk of electrical hazards.